Good students, this is Dr. Rick Ramos, and we're going to be talking about Administration of Justice 121, Section 5112 for summer. If you don't know already, the way you get to Desire to Learn is by going to desiredtolearn.4cd.edu. So I want to go really quickly over this course and talk about how it's made up. The course is made up into 3 modules and a 4th module for your final exams. Part 1 is June 20th to July 3rd. Part 2 is July 5th. I'm giving you the holiday off, then you're right back on it on July 5th to July 16th. And the last part is the 17th to 26th with the final exam week, the 27th to 28th. At the top, I want you to pay attention to these controls that we have up here. The ones that are really important is to look at are assessment, because in here you could look at all the writing assignments, and there are quite a few for this class. You'll be doing case briefs. We'll talk about that in a minute, but the important thing to do is to print this page out and create a calendar in your phone or on your computer that reminds you that these things are due. So you have a number of things that are due in each module. You have 2 case briefs due July 3rd. Then you have another case brief on the 16th, a case brief on the 26th, and then a final exam case brief. These other writing assignments will involve you watching a movie and then using the glossary in your textbook to help you identify the crime. Also, I'm giving you access to the new online penal code that you can use to find the crime. So we're going to break this stuff down in a little bit. The best way to look at all of the assignments at once is by going to Assessment Dropbox. By going to Assessment Quizzes, you're able to see the exams that you have, and you have one exam for each of the modules and then a final exam. That's how I broke it down. So really only one test per exam. And these have due dates here. As you can see, July 3rd, July 16th, July 26th, July 28th. You can't be late on any of these assignments. You have to be on time. If you cannot be on time, I really suggest you don't take this course, because I'm not going to have time to be going back and regrading things once I do them once. Easiest way to look and to get through this class is to go up to course material, down to content. And then what's going to happen is you'll have a variety of different things going on here. It's got a little bio on me. It's got the syllabus on the class. It's got a video on how to use D2L. I'll also have this video in here, but I'm going to send that to you via email also. Next down, again, remind me I did that pretty quick, but course materials down to content, okay? After that, I have California codes. California codes gives you access to the latest penal code sections. And for the most part, we're always going to be dealing with penal code, which is here. And you'll be able to see. So some of the things you need to think about is, what kind of crime is it? And most of the crimes are going to be here under crimes and punishments right here under part 1. So when you go in here, you'll see a lot of the general information that is covered in the course is actually in the penal code. That's the source of it all. So all these books are coming out from there. But you'll see that you're starting off with things like bribery, corruption, rescues, escapes, forgery, perjury, falsifying evidence, crimes against the public, conspiracy, criminal profiteering, money laundering, fraud and embezzlement. Then it goes into crimes against persons. So these are a lot of the crimes against public justice, right? Crimes against persons, homicide, mayhem, kidnap, hostage, robbery, attempt to kill, assaults, etc. And then crimes against persons involving sexual assault, and all of these are listed here. And finally, it gets into crimes against public health and crimes against public peace, and then crimes against property, so burglary, arson, etc., etc. So this is a really good resource for you. If you're having trouble finding things in the book doesn't go in as much detail, then you could click on one of these things and it'll give you a better idea. a breakdown, if you will, and it's really down and to the point. So again, this is in the table of contents here under California codes. It takes you that way. Part 1, you're going to be looking at the way that I divide these courses up. I basically give you a short video and then a study guide, some other resources that you're going to need. This whole area here is on case briefing. So in how to write a case brief, I give you an example, YouTube video, a case brief template that you'll follow, as well as the first case, which is the stall case. So it's really important to go in and watch how I teach you to do these assignments, or you're going to be lost. Then I have your homework, and here's your two cases. Do the first one, and I'll try to get that back to you as soon as I can, so that you can use that as a feedback to do the second one. You only get one try at each of these because we only have a 6-week course. Typically in an 18-week course, I would allow you to have 2 tries, but we just don't have the time in this sort of a course. And then I have all the study guides again are set up for you. I have videos to support. So you have all the chapters are the same. Study guide down at the bottom. I have some videos on YouTube that I've lined up that are appropriate for the lecture. Here under chapter 4, you get into the Torres case, which is due on July 5th. Let's see. Or starts on July 5th, I'm sorry. Due July 16th, so you're into the next phase. Chapter 5, same thing. You have your study guides, parties to crimes. 6 is got a study guide there for you, and then you have your first exam. And that's the end of part 1.